I've gotten thousands of messages from mothers, and the sentence I see most often, more than any complaint about sleeplessness or marriage struggles, is this: I don't know who I am anymore. Not, I'm tired. Not, I need a break. A full existential crisis. And they whisper it like it's shameful. Let's talk about the identity crisis that lives at the heart of modern motherhood. The one that gets disguised as exhaustion, depression, or marital problems, when really, it's a woman who has lost herself and doesn't have the language to name it. Here's what an identity crisis in motherhood actually looks like. It's not a breakdown. It's not always tears or drama. Often, it looks like numbness, going through the motions, a vague feeling that something is missing, but you can't name it because your life looks fine from the outside. Good kids, decent marriage, nice house. So why does she feel so hollow? Because fine and fulfilled are not the same thing. Identity, your sense of self, is built from multiple sources. Your values, yes, but also your relationships, your work, your creative expression, your physical experiences, your sense of agency, your sense of being seen as a full person. When you become a mother, many of these identity pillars are disrupted simultaneously. Your career may pause or shift. Your body has changed. Your friendships transform. The ones without kids drift away, and the new ones are organized almost entirely around children. Your romantic relationship changes its focus. Even your internal monologue changes. It fills up with worry and logistics rather than reflection and aspiration. Now, here's the piece that makes this particularly destabilizing. It happens at a time when you're supposed to be happy. You wanted this baby. You love this child. Society tells you this is the most meaningful time of your life. So when you feel lost, when you feel like something is missing, there's no room to say it out loud. The grief of losing yourself feels like ingratitude, and so it goes underground. Psychologists call this identity foreclosure. When a person adopts an identity without fully exploring it, usually due to external pressure. In motherhood, many women foreclose on the identity of self and adopt the identity of mother, not through conscious choice, but through exhaustion and expectation. There's no transition period, no bridge. One day you're you, the next, you're mom. And here's what's really going on underneath the I don't know who I am anymore feeling. It's not just loss, it's also confusion, because the old self feels wrong too. You've been changed by motherhood, genuinely, permanently. You can't just go back. The woman you were before doesn't quite fit anymore either. So you're standing between an old self that's gone and a new self that hasn't fully formed. That liminal space is deeply uncomfortable. What women in this state need, and almost never get, is permission to grieve the old self and curiosity about who they're becoming, both at once. Not a choice between be a good mom and be yourself, but an understanding that these can coexist, that rediscovering yourself doesn't mean abandoning your children. The women who come through this identity crisis with the most wholeness are not the ones who chose their kids over themselves or themselves over their kids. They're the ones who realize that's a false choice, that a woman with a strong, tended, alive sense of self is a more present, loving, joyful mother. That her identity is not in competition with her children's well-being. It's the foundation of it. But first, she has to stop pretending she's fine. She has to let herself say out loud what she hasn't been able to whisper. I miss myself. That's the beginning. In the next video, I'm going to talk about why we can't seem to ask for help, and why that's not a personal flaw, but a cultural wound. Until then, if this resonated with you, leave a comment. Tell me, when did you last feel like yourself? I read every single one.